today. Anybody could leave a donation of non-perishable food by their mailbox to be picked up by USPS. The drive is a national event that helps pantries provide food to local families in need. Food donated in Ludlow, Wilbraham, and Indian Orchard were brought to the Community Survival Center in Springfield. In Western Mass News stopped by the emergency food pantry and spoke with Executive Director Mary Cassidy. She tells us the food drive is a huge help to their pantry.
When somebody comes here for the first time especially, and they see how much food they're going home with, we often get tears because they're just astonished at how much they're going to get to take home.
This marks the 32nd anniversary of the Letter Carriers annual food drive.